Well, hello again. Here we are out in the wilderness, and thanks to many Bereans all over Earth for their best practices and tips on how to survive out here. From making a simple fire without matches, with simple devices as this, and so forth, we are learning every day to apply these skills, better yet stated from a scriptural standpoint, to test and prove them. And isn't this what survivability is all about? So today's scriptural study video is based on a request to share once again the best practice and scriptural tip of tabbing. This helps to boost your memory in regards to scriptural events as it relates to scriptural words, scriptural names, and the law, which includes the calendar of our Father of Lights, Yahuwah himself, the self-existent one. So in today's scriptural study video, we will be resurrecting a video we did many years ago in regards to the best practice and scriptural tip of tabbing and why it is so valuable, especially in this day and age, in regards to technology possibly not being available to us in the future. So again, when we tab, what we are doing is we are utilizing a piece of the proposed scriptural study format, which we've shared so many times. So again, when you tab and you are studying the Word with the intent to rightly handle the Word of truth, what you're doing is you're trying to get the full value of the entire Scriptures in what it says about our particular subject, whether it's name studies, word studies, law studies, and so forth. So again, when you do a study, why not study that particular topic from the very first book of Bereshit, the first 5 books of Moshe, known as the Torah, let alone both the minor and major prophets, the Psalms, let alone the general letters, let alone some of the prophetic writings as it relates to the renewed covenant. So again, using the technology is one thing, and it is extremely convenient and easy, as you could take any scriptural translation, such as the ISR 1998 version of the scriptures, and do a simple word search or name search, and it works extremely well. You can use eSword in the same manner, studylight.org, but there is something very special that happens when you tab without technology. You're allowing the scriptural word to speak to you. You're allowing the Ruach to come within you when you read the whole word, from Bereshit all the way to the book of Revelation, known as Hazan or Kazan, or Kazan, as some people pronounce it. So, make a long story short, the best tips and best practices for out in the wilderness survivability, if you will, are very appreciated that we receive from other folks and other Bereans that are learning these skills. More importantly, apply them. Not just speak about them, but apply them. Think about this when it comes to the Word. It's one thing to talk about it, but it's another thing to do it. And again, yeah, your scriptural translation or copy will probably gain a few pounds in the weight, but you'll be happy. And a better word to describe happy is joyous. You will have a boost of scriptural memory when you do this, placing you in a position when a question is being asked to you about your belief scripturally, how to explain it with the entire word, not just a piece, but the whole word. So tabbing is a very special and very rewarding best practice or scriptural tip, if applied. Well, here we are for a very quick scriptural study tip, and this tip or best practice is all about tabbing your scriptures in regards to various subjects from the scriptures themselves. Thanks to a few scriptural study buddies, they provided me this best practice many years ago and ensured that I had a great scriptural translation that restored the name which is above all names, let alone town names, city names, and the prophets as well. One great thing about tabbing is is that you start to really learn and understand the flow and ebb of the Word and the good news message, which is fabulous. As well, you start to learn how to apply it in your life in a much better fashion. The next thing is the memory. Your memory capabilities start to extremely grow as time goes on, because you're studying a particular scriptural subject, and you're seeing not just one passage, but all of the passages in all of the books of Scripture to back that particular subject piece or pieces. As well, computers are great. They work extremely well, and we do much of our work on the computer, but there is something to say about a scriptural hard copy in your hands that show the perfect rhythm, rhyme, and harmony of the good news message that was written over 4,000 years. And make a long story short, it flows so well that from an odds of probability or mathematical standpoint, it is amazing to see how accurate this document actually is. The other thing is that during a Sabbath rest, when you pick up your scriptures and you just want to read certain subjects, you're not picking and choosing, you're reading the full flow from the book of Bereshith or Genesis all the way to the book of Revelation. So let me go over some of the tabs that I do. You don't have to do this personally, but here are some of the valued subjects that I find in Scripture and why I tab. So the red tab at the top is all about the name which is above all names, Yahuwah. I am He that is self-existent. And as you can see, it's just laced with the name which is above all names. The yellow tabs are all about the appointed times or the calendar of Yahuwah that hangs in the heavens and not on a wall like the Gregorian calendar. The red side is about the Messiah himself and his name. And as we know, he came in the Father's name. His name is Yahushua. The pink on the side tabs are all about truth. Israel are the blue tabs. The orange tabs on the side here are all about salvation or deliverance. The green tabs are all about relations. On the bottom, the orange tabs are all about the Torah or law, precepts or statutes, if you will. And the blue tab are my personal interests or subjects that I found quite outstanding or amazing, if you will. I ran out of room with the tabs, and then I had to move to basically tags, little tags. So the red tags on the top are all about the economics or financial scriptural subjects. Great learning by doing that for one's personal life and being sure that you're debt-free and you can provide for a family. Just fabulous information here in this book in regards to economic stability. As well, the yellow top tabs are the Hebraic language or the clean lip. The green tabs are about the Messiah being in us. The purple bottom tag is all about the second coming, the prophetic message, if you will. The bottom blue tags are all about the way of Yahuwah. And then last but not least, the bottom blue on the left are all about the fruit of the Spirit. Most people think the fruit of the Spirit is only captured in Galatians chapter 5, verse 22. So when you're sitting down on a Sabbath and enjoying a day, you want to read about Israel and the consistency of that message from Genesis all the way to Revelation. Wow, what a great best practice or scriptural study tip. So, this perfect rhythm and rhyme and harmony shows up in math. What are the odds of probability over 4,000 years the messaging would be the same? So for the rest of the video, I'm going to share those odds of probability to further influence and motivate others to do some tabbing. So thank you for the blessing of sharing in the name which is above all names. And we hope these scriptural study tips provide value to you and your loved ones. All the best. So again, when you tab, please tab from stem to stern, the beginning to the end, and you will be very glad that you did. Using all of the writings of Moshe, the law, the first 5 books of Scripture, into the major and minor prophets, the Psalms, which are so lyrical, and as well as you move into the renewed covenant, the general letters known as the epistles that share the good news message, all the way up to the letters of Shaul and into the prophetic writings of Revelation, which obviously match the minor and major prophets. So again, we definitely call upon Yahuwah that these scriptural study videos provide value to you and your loved ones. Until next time, Yahuwah willing, all the best in the name which is above all names.